How well would you take care of your car if you had to keep the same one your entire life?
I don't think I would take care of it well at all.
Well, that's how our brains work. So why don't we treat them that way?
If I had a car my entire life, I'd probably beat the shit out of it.
Well,
You know?
well, you shouldn't treat your brain like that, because how we care for our minds affects how we experience life.
Why?
Because it's important to invest time and care into keeping them healthy.
Why?
Because there are plenty of ways to support a healthy brain, like learning a new language or taking power naps.
Why?
There's also BetterHelp online therapy.
Oh.
There you go.
What is it? Here's my thing. Sometimes I want to stay home and get therapy and not leave my house. Is that what this is?
Yeah, if you were already thinking about inventing it, it already exists, and it's very successful.
Can I get someone on the computer to listen to me bitch and moan?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't have to leave my house?
No. Never
What
again.
if I don't like this therapist? Can I get a new one?
Yes.
When can I start communicating?
Well, it's an online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat.
I imagine this would cost me around $6 million a year.
Let me see here. Let's see. Oh, our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/TimD.
What? BetterHelp.com/TimD. Are you telling me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking you a question here, motherfucker. You're telling me.
Can I talk about my experience with therapy?
Okay.
I was like really sad in college, and I went to therapy a few times, and I felt like a lot better after. But
well, you shouldn't have.
But my therapist was kind of He wasn't my favorite, and I wish I could have got a new guy, but I stopped going. But then you don't want to fire your guy. That's why you just want to do everything over. With
my
the
therapist, when I was younger, I went because my parents were getting a divorce.
I think everyone should go to therapy.
For sure.
I think it's great. I think you should try it. If you never tried therapy, you should try it once. It might be a game changer.
BetterHelp.com/TimD.
It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. And not only this, it could be a live chat-only therapy session, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't have to. So go to...
Can I sing a song about therapy?
Yeah, do it.
Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like I don't. My only friend is the city I live in, city of angels. I joined BetterHelp and got 10% off.
Wow, that was beautiful.
I wrote that. I don't ever want to feel like I didn't use BetterHelp. Take me to the place I love. The BetterHelp website. We're done.
Sugar Bay?
What? It's the fucking Chili Peppers.
Oh, right.
You sick fuck. Andrew Tate, they've removed him. I don't know why they're removing him. They're just removing people now they don't like, it seems.
Yeah, and they never give a clear cut.
They never give a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, by the way, I've heard a lot of what he has said, and I know some of it gets people going, but some of what he says that I've heard isn't that crazy. What is this? Misogyny is a hateful ideology that is not tolerated on TikTok. What?
That's not true.
Yeah, they seem like they're removing people with whom they have underlying ideological differences, and they're just trying to figure out how to get rid of them. And again, I'm not joining Hustlers University. I won't be signing up. But I don't think this guy should be removed. I don't. what is, like, do they even tell anyone why?
Well, they just say you're misogynist, but then they don't like. The thing is, they don't link you to the specific thing you
But
do.
wasn't he a misogynist a month ago when he was on too? Like, this is what I don't understand. What's changed? Why can't a misogynist talk? I don't understand. He thinks, let's say he thinks men are better than women.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say he has that belief.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Should he not be able to say anything? You know? I'm unmoved. People will counter his belief with their own beliefs. Some of them will be quite persuasive. You know, I just don't understand why now it's like misogyny is it grounds?
Yeah, and
for getting kicked off.
And apparently he's been booted from Twitter as of 2017 because he tweeted. Now here's a specific one.
Right.
He tweeted that women who are sexually assaulted bear some responsibility. Now, I don't know the context of that post, or what made him think it, but
I think if you look at his larger quote, his larger context, he said something to the extent of if you go out and get drunk and go home with a guy and get into his bed and he does the wrong thing, you have to analyze some of your behavior. Now, by the way, you could be offended by that. It's absolutely appropriate to be offended by that and say, I think that he's justifying or excusing rape.
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't think, by the way, that is a crazy beyond the pale opinion that is not held by lots of people. And what I mean by that is this. There are a lot of reasonable, rational people out there that think that, yes, men are violent. Certainly when you add alcohol to the mix and they're strangers, and it doesn't justify their behavior at all. But the idea that a woman doesn't have to take extra care to protect herself in our society is probably naive to believe that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't, I just think that, like, they want a villain. And he may want to be the villain. I don't know. I think they're casting him in the role as the villain. And maybe he wants to be that role. I don't know him. But if I look at the examples I'm being given here, I'm not seeing anything sufficient to remove this guy from social media.
Yeah.
Completely. I don't see any reason for that. And again, no one's going to care what I say.
Right.
But I did just speak on the Joe Rogan show, and I said the most meaningful thing that's ever been said on his show. That rant I had was the most articulate, meaningful thing that's ever been said in the history of the world. To be honest, it was. Do you believe there was anything that's ever been said that's better than that?
Sermon on the Mount.
What's the Sermon on the Mount?
I think it's that one Jesus did where he was like, we should all like be nice to each other and stuff.
Yeah, how'd that work out? Like that, I'm like it's like I'm talking about shit that's real. It's gonna actually happen. You're talking about fairy tales. Yeah, I just listen. I'm not saying that women should be blamed for rape. I'm saying that someone should be allowed to offer an opinion on a controversial situation. In one video, he demonstrates how he would attack a female partner if she ever accused him of cheating. Quote, it's bang out the machete, boom in her face, and grip her by the neck. Shut up, bitch. It's bang out the machete, boom in the face, and grip her by the neck. Shut up, bitch. What's he doing there? Cutting her head off?
He's just describing how he would attack a female partner if she ever accused him of cheating. And he goes, it's bang out the machete, boom in her face, and grip her by the neck. Like, you got to threaten her. So you got it right up next to her.
Well, but my whole thing is, if he didn't cheat and she's accusing him of cheating, how's he supposed to respond? I'm confused.
Maybe it's in a better context here. Should we play this? Maybe it'll make sense.
Yes.
Okay.
A man can only cheat if he loves someone else. If I have a woman who I truly love, and I go out and fuck, and I come back to her, and I don't care about her, and I only love my girl, that's not cheating. That's exercise. If she even talks to
That's
a dude,
very
it's
funny. By the way, that's incredible.